When the first thing I always do with these problems is look to see like what's going on. So if I look at the left side, I definitely have a chain rule, and I have a chain rule with a product on the inside. Okay, and so it doesn't work for us to move this y over because we have an x stuck with it. So then if you can't move anything over to make it simple, take the derivative. So the derivative of tangent is secant squared of whatever you have times the product rule of the inside. So we're going to do 2x y to the fourth plus, what do I have here, 4y to the third y prime x squared equaling 3 plus 2y y prime. So now the goal is to get this thing here with this thing here on one side of the equation, and on the other side this stuff together, and then we're going to move out this thing, and whatever here isn't y prime. Okay, so the best way to do that in my opinion is to distribute this ugly thing you have out front. So you would have secant squared of x squared y to the fourth times 2x y to the fourth, and just leave it just like that, plus secant squared x squared y to the fourth times 4y cubed x squared y prime equaling 3 plus 2y y prime. Okay, so now what we can do is subtract them onto either side. So I'm going to move this thing to this side of the equal sign, and I'm going to move this little 3 to this side of the equal sign. So in the third line we have secant squared x squared y to the fourth times 2x y to the fourth minus 3 equals 2y y prime minus secant squared x squared y to the fourth, that's a lot, I should put this in parentheses too, times 4y cubed x squared y prime. So now what we've done is we've isolated the y prime. So this one has one and this one has one. So we're going to factor that out. So leave the left side alone. And we're going to write here y prime times 2y minus secant squared x squared y to the fourth times 4y to the third x squared. So it's like the reverse distributive property. The final step of this problem is to divide that over. So everything you factored out. Now, by the way, this left side has stayed the same, so you would just repeat this step. But now what we're going to do is we're going to divide out by this, which would then isolate y prime. Even here all by itself. Okay, so final answer is going to be secant squared x squared y to the fourth times 2x y to the fourth minus 3, put some parentheses in here where they belong, over 2y minus secant squared x squared y to the fourth times 4y cubed x squared equals y prime. Hope that